The DMK in Tamil Nadu has removed Tamil Nadu's Forest Minister K. Ponmudy from his position in the party as Deputy General Secretary. Now, Tamil Nadu Minister Ponmudy had sparked a major controversy following a recent speech that has been widely criticized as vulgar and offensive. The senior DMK leader's remarks, which surfaced during a public event, have drawn backlash for being inappropriate and insensitive. During his address, he made highly derogatory comparisons and comments about Shaivite and Vaishnavite religious beliefs and symbols, which deeply hurt the sentiments of many people. He is also known to have said remarks that are derogatory to women as well. And as a result, he has been removed from the post of Deputy General Secretary of the DMK. We have my colleague Gautam Shankar now joining us. Gautam, talk to us about these remarks. They were derogatory to both Hindu symbols and women.
Absolutely, Krishna. A very insensitive comment coming there from for the Tamil Nadu's Forest Minister, K.N. Ponmudy. Now, what we understand is that DMK has now removed him from the party position as the Deputy General Secretary following this remark. And there's been widespread criticism from the opposition parties as well. So this particular remark by K. Ponmudy was made at a public event where he basically recounted a very vulgar anecdote involving a prostitute and a man, where he mockingly reduced sacred Hindu symbols to sort of crude sexual innuendos. So, if I have to just talk about what he said in particular, he basically speaks about an anecdote where a sex worker asks a man whether he's a Shaivite or a Vaishnavite, and then he interprets this as a Shaivite as a lying down position, and where he refers to this horizontal tilak, which is traditionally worn by Shaivites, and then he describes Vaishnavites as a standing position, referring to the vertical tilak that is worn by Vaishnavites. So this is the more disgusting part of the story is also that the crowd that are there present at the event are seen laughing at these vulgar remarks, while we are also seeing widespread condemnation happening across the internet as well. And it's not just the opposition and the BJP that is criticizing K. Ponmudy for his remarks. It's also his own counterpart, DMK Lok Sabha MP Kanimozhi, has also criticized the Tamil Nadu minister, and she's put out a post on X as well, saying that such remarks are not acceptable for whatever reason he had spoken such vulgar words. These are very condemnable, is what she has said. So now that he has been sacked from his position as Deputy General Secretary, now the opposition is also gunning for him to be removed from the cabinet as well, following these comments here.
Right, the opposition is gunning for Ponmudy. It's the big story that we're tracking from Tamil Nadu at this hour. Gautam, also talk to us. It doesn't happen on a regular basis that somebody from the DMK for their comments are immediately sacked from the party position. The fact of the matter is that he's not just a Deputy General Secretary of the DMK, but he's the Forest Minister of Tamil Nadu. So the calls are clearly going to grow louder from here for his sacking as a minister, and more importantly, legal action to be taken against him for the comments that he made.
Absolutely, Krishna. So this really has put DMK in a very difficult position. Now, keep in mind, he holds two portfolios as Forest Minister and the Khadi Minister of the state as well. And given the fact that this is not the first time he has had such a brush with making controversial comments, keep in mind that earlier he had basically referred to the Hindi-speaking population in Tamil Nadu as Pani Puri sellers, saying that they come down here and they just work in these petty jobs and they don't really have any significant say in the matters of the state. So this had also received a lot of condemnation back then as well. Now, if I have to speak about Ponmudy himself, he's a very senior DMK leader because he's been with the party for 3 decades. He's 72 years old and he's one of the top leaders of the state at the moment. And it's not that he's also, we have to keep in mind that he's a very well educated man as well. He's got a PhD and he's even worked as a professor as a wife. And he's been an MLA with the DMK since 1989 from Villupuram constituency. So he's widely respected from the party point of view for his contribution in terms of him being a 6-time MLA. But time and again, he has put the party in difficult position by making such controversial comments. And also, one needs to point out that just last year he was reinstated to this position as a minister because he was earlier convicted in a disproportionate assets case, and after Supreme Court suspended his conviction in this matter, Governor Ravi administered oath to him yet again, and then he was reinstated into this position as well. So he's basically been a very political hot potato of sorts for the DMK to deal with, and it'll be interesting to see what they do next in this regard, Krishna.
Right, it just seems like, the DMK was coming back from all that was leveled against them in terms of safety of women in the state of Tamil Nadu. Multiple cases of rape coming, and then questions being raised in the DMK as to whether they have a grip on the law and order situation of Tamil Nadu. And finally, away from that, we went on to the entire delimitation debate in which the DMK was able to put up some strong arguments and make a case for itself. It is just now lodged 9.69% GDP growth for the state of Tamil Nadu, the fastest growing state in the world. So many things going well. But the fact that this specter of disrespecting women, disrespecting the sentiments of the public keeps coming back to haunt the DMK, doesn't it? And we're less than a year away. We're just exactly about a year away from the state assembly elections. And Union Minister Amit Shah, is busy stitching that alliance between the BJP and the ADMK on the side. So the DMK has a lot riding on it in terms of its name and reputation at this stage.
Absolutely, Krishna. You hit the nail on the head there, because keep in mind that MK Stalin has been going against at the center over several issues, be it the national education policy, the delimitation issue, and the most recent issue is the NEET exams as well. So this he has been building up a lot of momentum in terms of a political strategy against the center, but this kind of derails the whole momentum that they have picked up. And this vulgar anecdote, basically comparing, sacred Hindu symbols to sexual innuendos, this will attract widespread condemnation, not just from political parties, but from the Hindu community as well, because he's basically made sure that these remarks are against the Vaishnavism and Shaivism culture as well. So, given that Udaynidhi Stalin also, remember that he spoke about Sanatan Dharma, that they need to crush it, and the kind of comments he had made had attracted widespread condemnation, and that went on for several months. And we could see a similar situation where the DMK could really be put on the back foot regarding this remark here.
Right, the DMK is getting derailed with yet another controversy like this, and in that sense they should be careful from your. I mean, Ponmudy is not a first-time offender, as you've been telling us, Gautam. His comments have consistently raised eyebrows and has enraged and outraged so many people. This time around, these comments by Ponmudy are outraging people within his own party. Senior party people, party MPs like Kanimozhi have taken umbrage to this. So there could be a situation where the DMK has to take some extremely tough calls, not just with respect to Ponmudy, but in the sense of, take a look at its portfolio of ministers, portfolio of spokespersons, and see where they're, harming the party with the way they're talking and they're presenting themselves in the public.
Absolutely, Krishna, because keep in mind that it's not just a spokesperson of the party who's made such a remark. It's the minister who holds serious portfolios like Forest Ministry as well. And keep in mind, he has also served as an education minister before this as well. Just recently, this portfolio of Forest and Khadi was given to him. But before that, he served as the education minister. And for such a person to make such vulgar remarks against women is really condemnable. And also, I'd like to point out that right now we have information coming in that the DMK has already has found a replacement for his position. Rajya Sabha MP Tiruchai Siva has taken Ponmudy's place as the Deputy General Secretary as well. So the DMK is acting fast to try and contain this damage that has been done by the remarks, but it looks very unlikely that the opposition or even the people on social media will really let it go, given that the kind of derogatory words that is used against Shaivism and Vaishnavism, and not just that, also belittling women and speaking such vulgar remarks about them. This is not going to end well, and we could also see a real firestorm brewing in the state of Tamil Nadu following these comments, Krishna.
Firestorm could be blowing in the state of Tamil Nadu for these remarks. For all those who've just tuned into this broadcast, we're just bringing this big story from Tamil Nadu where the DMK, the ruling DMK of Tamil Nadu, has removed Tamil Nadu State's Forest Minister Ponmudy from his position in the party as Deputy General Secretary. He still continues to remain a minister. We have S.J. Surya now joining us on the phone line, BJP spokesperson from Tamil Nadu. S.J. Surya, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here on News 9. Some of these remarks have enraged both the Hindus and the women, and the DMK has taken action. They've removed it from the party post, but what exactly is the BJP demanding from the DMK?
This is just ornamental. This is clear hate speech as defined by the Supreme Court of India in various cases. Even in the recent case against Sanatan Dharma spoken by Udayanidhi Stalin, the Supreme Court has made clear remarks. An FIR has to be registered and he should be arrested and booked for hate speech. Hundreds of BJP Karyakartas are repeatedly arrested by the fascist DMK government just because they have put out few tweets. But this is clear hate speech against Hinduism. People are very angry with him. I hope the DMK government, without doing ornamental procedures like removing him from the party post, takes legal actions. Proper police action should be taken, FIR should be registered, he should be arrested and tried. That is our demand.
S.G. Surya, the question here is that Ponmudy, he's not a first-time offender. There have been many a comment from him on many occasions that have enraged and outraged people, and he continues to be a spokesperson of the party. And this time around, he's taken a wide-ranging dig at both the Shaivite and the Vaishnavite factions of Hinduism, and more importantly, on women as well. This is unbecoming of a minister to be speaking such words, that too on a public platform.
Yes, sir. The words he uttered and the comments he made cannot be printed or cannot be spoken in a public forum. It is that bad. Previously, he has made such worse comments on women, on Dalits, on every other section of the people. But he continues to get the patronage from DMK because the DMK party in itself is like this. If they start taking action against Ponmudy, they will have to take action against so many other ministers because they are all repeat offenders. But what Ponmudy today has done is way beyond acceptable terms, and I hope the police files FIR and arrest him for the hate speech that he has made against Hindus. It is very serious in nature.